song lined up where Mitch scored and play. I'm not going to tell you what it is, you've got to wait.
No.
And I thought he's going to play when he's walking up. I can't. It's a goal scoring song.
What's something like Tap It In?
No, not quite. I'll tell you, remember the old
oh yeah, Catch the Pigeon. Catch the Pigeon. Oh bloody hell. It's Pigeon though, isn't it? It's not Pigeon, it's Pigeon. I used to watch that every Saturday morning, I did. Yeah. Used to watch that every Saturday when I was growing up. Right, enough about Catch the Pigeon, let's do this. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. And we are back here on Coventry United TV with live coverage of the Midland League Premier Division match between Coventry United and Quorn AFC. So far, so decent, I'd say. United are leading by 1-0 thanks to Mitch Piggin, but Tappin was taken off with an injury shortly afterwards, and it has not been the free-flowing football that we have seen in recent weeks for Coventry United. They seem to have taken their foot off the gas a little bit, which is understandable, seeing as there is a match on Tuesday against Rosa. So make sure you tune in for live coverage of that match on Tuesday night. Let's say through some latest scores from around the grounds in the EFL. Of course, no Premier League or Championship fixtures today because it's international weekend. Boo! Well, England did win last night, so I'm pretty happy with that. Of course, the Midland League never sleeps, so we're never short of some action here on CUTV. But the half-time scores in League One: one full-time score, Bradford City 3, Bristol Rovers 1, Blackpool 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Bury 0, Scunthorpe United 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Peterborough United 0, Gillingham 0, Shrewsbury Town 2, Milton Keynes Dons 0, Oxford United 1, Oldham Athletic 1, Charlton Athletic 2, Southend United 0, Rochdale 0, and Walsall 1, Plymouth Argyle 0. And in Sky Bet League 2, Cambridge United 0, Colchester United 0, Carlisle United 1, Mansfield Town 0, Cheltenham Town 0, Stevenage 0, Chesterfield 0, Coventry City 0, Crawley Town 1, Yeovil Town 0, Exeter City 0, Newport County 0, Grimsby Town 1, Crewe Alexandra 0, Lincoln City 0, Luton Town 0, Morecambe 0, Accrington Stanley 1, Port Vale 0, Notts County 0, Swindon Town 0, Barnet 2, and Wycombe Wanderers 3, Forest Green Rovers 0. So those are the half-time scores from around the grounds, the EFL. And let's try and get you latest score now from the Rico Arena. And there has been a little bit of a fight back in the first Aviva Premiership match of the season between Wasps and Sale Sharks. And I can tell you that Wasps are leading by 31 points to 14. A couple of late tries from Sale getting them back into it, but Wasps still very much in control at the Rico Arena. And we just had a little bit of trivia from our very own Harry Barnes. He's just brought something pretty interesting up. He says, random fact, the end that we're about to attack, which standing in the main stand is the left-hand side, Coventry United have never scored in. Well, that is pretty darn worrying. We just hope that James Hicks isn't brought on for Quorn. As Quorn have scored in most of their matches, they've scored 8 goals in the league this season. And with James Hicks, their top scorer, on the bench, and United never scoring over at the far side of the ground. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that Rich Morris has got his saving by the fix on the bench. He scored 5 goals in 7. United kicking off, going from right to left, and as our very own Harry Barnes pointed out, they're now look to score that left-hand side of the ground for the first time. O'Grady, Westfield, a 4-1 victory against Westfield in Hereford. And Worcester came here and lost 3-0 on Bank and 16. Aaron Apoku, as Wood was forced down in his own corner. Number 1, Ryan Thacker. 2, Rob Malonga. 3, Nick Gould. 4, Julian Palmer is out. in the first qualifying session. Both Sabres also eliminated. Marcus Ericsson, Pascal Wehrlein, the Sabres, both Haas's as well, and Grosjean and Magnussen, they're both gone, and so is Jolyon Palmer in the Renault. And they're now into Q3, and Stoffel Van Dorn has got in there for McLaren, but Fernando Alonso is out. So one McLaren into the top 10, one McLaren out. But the thing that you need to know is that Lewis Hamilton is safely through to the shootout, and this could be, ironically, at the home of Michael Schumacher's former team Ferrari. It could be a chance for Lewis Hamilton to break Schumacher's pole position record. He could at the track where Schumacher made his debut. He could be about to break it at a track where Schumacher called home for 10 years while at Ferrari. Well, we are back underway now here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United lead by 1-0 against Quorn. Lovely ball back through the back line for Coventry United. Hudson, but a sure point now as he lost the ball to Malonga. Free kick given against Lewis Hudson, and rightly so. Lost the ball fair and square to Malonga, and the left back holding the shirt of the Quorn right back as he tried to make some progress down that right hand side. It will be a free kick to Quorn. Quorn defender pushing everyone forward. Punted towards Nazar, but straight to the hands of Morris. Well, it was. Morris dropped it on the edge of his area, but does kick it towards Hudson. Tries to find Rankin. Rankin wasn't ready for it, and you can see the anguish on his face. United do pick the ball up in the midfield. Woodward now gift Musa. Corey's got to watch behind him as Brennan's right behind him. Able to distribute the ball to Hudson, but Hudson looking for Reed, only finds the Quorn centre back. Ball down the right side, looking for Brennan. Coleman will have a job trying to get this one away, and he chips it towards the bar line, and he could have played it to Hudson behind him, but he didn't see him until too late. He realised as soon as he played the ball out for a throw that Hudson was within passable range. Throwing taken, Nazar, Malonga. Now it's Nathan Dale. Tries to find Nazar in the penalty area. Morris comes out for it, and he's let that one go out for a goal kick. Nazar couldn't get to the ball in time. Well, there are a few Quorn substitutes warming up down the touchline. They have got their top scorer James Hicks, and I've got to say he probably will be needed before this game is through. Quorn need an attacking option. Has played forward towards Craig Reed. He's onside. Craig Reed, and somehow he's not put it away. He's volleyed it into the hands of Thacker. From that range, a player of Reed's calibre should be burying that. And a golden opportunity wasted. I can only hope that doesn't come back to haunt United at the end of this game. But it has been a highly promising start to this second half. You have to look a lot better going forward. I think the words of wisdom from Terry Anson may have done the trick. United pick up the ball in the midfield. Apoku, Cox, poor pass to Musa, not weighted at all correctly. And Dawson tries to punt it forward for Brennan, and a free kick given against Coventry United. I don't know if assuming that Pogo was being a little bit too physical. Free kick taken quickly, and a long range effort from Callum Thompson bounces into the gut of Rich Morris. Morris fires it away from danger towards Apoku. Not done by Apoku. Only as far as Gould, but he loses out to Rankin on that right hand side. We try to find a poker, but it's intercepted by Dawson. Here's pass forward to Brennan, cut out easily by Barnett. Now Musa, Woodward on the right flank. Play back to Barnett. Plenty of space for Hudson on the left hand side. Barnett can find him, and he's found him beautifully. Great pass from Barnett. Hudson. Now O'Grady. Hudson making the overlap. Reed wants it in the area. It's too powerful for Reed. Well, United are having some good ideas, but the execution has not been there. It's Quorn. Goal get taken, and none of that played by Chris Cox on this near side. And Malonga has to go into the crowd here at the Butts Park Arena to get the ball. Malonga looking for an option. Nazar wants it, but he's being covered up by Lewis Hudson. Dale, Nazar, Hudson's still with him and forces him back, but he finds Dale. Past O'Grady, chips it forward, intercepted by Musa. Now it's with O'Grady heading forward. Lob ball towards the right hand side. Rankin picks it up under pressure from Gould behind him. There's plenty of options in the area. Rankin going all alone. Rankin's overrun it, but it'll go out for a corner. As the Quorn centre back was taking no chances.
Ladies and gents, today's attendance 264.
264 fans inside the Butts Park Arena today. Not quite the 623 that we had against Worcester, but still loyal supporters backing their boys all the way at the Butts Park Arena. Rankin's ball, punched away by Thacker, but it's brought back down to earth by O'Grady. What can he do with it? Spins away from one challenge. O'Grady tries to go it alone, and it'll go wide. And Malonga keeps it in for Quorn. Up line, Nazar. It was a poor first touch, but he's sandwiched by Woodward and Hudson, and it could be a yellow card for Jeff Woodward. Sorry, for Chris Cox, in fact. That was Chris Cox who went on the ball. Will be a free kick to be taken by the Quorn centre-back. Alcott sizing up this one inside his own half. Up line for Nazar. Good pressure from Coleman, but he can't stop him from getting the ball. Nazar. Brennan. And a combination of Musa, Coleman and Hudson able to nick the ball away. Hudson, up line, looks for a Poku. Only as far as the head of Mather. Dodds, now Gould into the centre with Dale. And that's offside against Brennan. He made the run down the left-hand side, and the ironic cheers from the Coventry United faithful. I can tell you the score at the Pride Stadium is still Coventry 0, Chesterfield 0. Sorry, Chesterfield 0, Coventry City 0, I should say, because Chesterfield are at home. So the Skyloos of Coventry City still drawing 0-0 away at Chesterfield. Wasps still beating Sale Sharks at the Ricoh Arena in their opening match in the Aviva Premiership, their 150th season. And the Butts Park Arena, after around 55 minutes, it's Coventry United 1, Quorn 0. Mitch Piggins scoring the only goal of the game before being taken off injured around 5 minutes later. We had a golden opportunity to score a second. Woodward, poor ball down the right hand side, the United attack looked on. Barnett hooks it away as the counter attack for Quorn comes to nothing. Throwing to Quorn around the halfway line. There are a couple of United players warming up down the touchline in Aaron Winton, Tommy Glasgow. Quorn play back into their own defensive area. Up line by Dodds, looking for Brennan. He won't get past Jamie Coleman. Coleman tries to shepherd the ball out of play. He hasn't done so. He's lost the ball to Brennan right on the line. Gould, it's in towards Nazar, controls it. Nazar to equalise, tries to square it, and it's blocked well by Barnett. Coleman taking a risk too far there in trying to block Brennan and let it go out for a goal kick, and it nearly, very nearly cost United dear. It's going to be Gould to whip it in. There's more options waiting on the edge of the area than in it. Towards the near post and caught well by Rich Morris. And Brennan taking a bit of time to get back into a standing position at the near post, but United are underway once again. Musa, Hudson, now O'Grady on the left-hand side. Plenty of options forward. One of them is Lewis Rankin. Mather gets the ball first, but Opoku keeps it alive. Tried to find Reed, but picked up by Dodds on that left-hand side of the penalty area. But Quorn have got to get this one away now. Under pressure from Chris Cox. Back to the goalkeeper, and Thacker blasts that one clear. Woodward keeps it in on the halfway line. Musa. taking his man on, but can't beat him. And now Musa playing it back to Jamie Coleman in defence. Coleman out wide to O'Grady. Good chest control, keeps it away from Malonga. Needs support, Josh O'Grady. Hudson makes the overlapping run. And he finds Aaron Apoku instead. Cox wants it. Here's Chris Cox. Barnett strides forward. Space out wide for Woodward. Jeff Woodward crossing opportunity. Blocked by the head of Gould. Kept alive by Woodward. Barnett. Rankin. Now Musa. Dispossessed. Gift Musa trying to take on two Quorn men. There was only him and Coleman back. And now Coleman has taken out Nazar as the striker trying to get onto the ball as the counter-attack moved forward. And it will be a free kick and a yellow card to Jamie Coleman. So the first booking of the day goes to Jamie Coleman, one of the more senior figures at Coventry United. Whipped into the area by Gould, and a free kick given against Brennan for a tangle with Gift Musa, and it's a yellow card for Brennan. I think that's more for his reaction than anything. A few obscene words shouted at the referee. And the referee takes his name, shows the yellow card, and gives the ball back to Rich Morris, who will take, well, it's pretty much a goal kick. It's actually a free kick just inside his area, but it's pretty much a goal kick position. Morris clears his lines, looking for a Poku. Gets his head in there, but can't keep it away from the Quorn defender. Forward to Nazar. Out wide to Malonga. Nazar making the run down the right hand side. Suleiman Nazar. Good challenge made by Gift Musa. Just about keeps it in, and Coleman fires it out for a Quorn throw. The ball bounces into the blue and white seats of the Butts Park Arena. Throwing taken, and that was not a good throwing routine. It was a short throw taken to Malonga, who tried to pass it back to Dale. He wasn't ready for it, but now Quorn on the attack. Ball to the area to Brennan, offside, and once again the ironic cheers of the Coventry United faithful directed towards the referee's assistant. Barnett strides forward. Woodward. Now Rankin. Woodward making the overlapping run. Lewis Rankin, will he use him? No, he won't. Cross in. It should have been an easy go with the near post by Thacker, but he fumbled it. Opoku nearly got onto the loose ball, but it wasn't loose for long as Thacker was able to get his hands onto it. Dodds. Up line looking for a teammate. Thompson. Challenge made by Jamie Coleman. Sends it into Quorn territory. Dale to Dawson. Dodds fires it up towards the left hand side. No one waiting for Quorn. Barnett strides forward for United. Long ball from the back. Looking for a Poku. Beaten in the air by Maver. And now Quorn will look to push on from their own back line. Barnett beaten in the air by Nazar. Brennan chases it. This way back to Morris by Coleman. Morris deals with that one swiftly and effectively. The United lose out in the midfield. Dawson once again that attempted ball down the left hand side yields nothing for Quorn. Let's get the latest score from the Proac Stadium, and it is still 0-0 between Coventry City and Chesterfield. And Aaron Wint is going to come on shortly for Coventry United. Barnett, ball towards Reed in the area, went over his head and cleared by Dodds. And as far as Barnett. Woodward to Cox. Playing it around on the halfway line towards the right-hand side. Cox, long ball, looking for, I think he was looking for O'Grady. The goalkeeper lets that one go out for a goal kick. And the referee allows the substitution to be made, and it will be, is it Gift Musa coming off? No, it's O'Grady. Josh O'Grady makes his way off the pitch, and Aaron Wint will come on. So Aaron Wint replaces Josh O'Grady. And it appears United are going for, have they switched to a 4-3-3? I think they have. It seems as though Opoku's taken a central role in the front three, Reed on the left, and Rankin on the right. And Wint too hesitant there. Loses out in the midfield, now Quorn play it back into defence. Gould looking for an option. Plenty of space for Dale to use in the midfield. Nathan Dale, now Rob Malonga on that right hand side. Tries to rely his own Jeff Woodward style, but that's caught easy by Rich Morris. Quickly distributes to Jeff Woodward. Making his way towards the centre circle. Wint takes too long with that attempted long ball and pulls the shorts of Brennan, and that is going to be a yellow card straight away. And in all honesty, Wint could have no complaints about that. That was just silly, and it was his own fault. He took far too long to play that long ball, and if anything, that's been United's problem today. Complacency. They've been too slow. It just hasn't looked like a complete United performance. Whether they're holding something back, it looks like they probably are, but they look a little bit complacent from where I'm standing. 25 minutes of normal time remaining here at the Butts Park Arena. Brennan heads it towards goal, and Marshall's scrambling across his goal to make sure that was going wide. Luckily for him, it was. And it remains at 1-0 to Coventry United. And there's been another try at the Ricoh Arena, and I can tell you Wasps now lead by 36 points to 14. A successful start to the season on the cards for Wasps, who finished in first place in the Premiership table but didn't walk away with the title after losing in the playoff final. And Wint again, proving a little bit lackadaisical, and a foul on Matt Dawson by a combination of Wint and Cox. The United just do not look switched on at the moment. They have got another match against Roadster on Tuesday. But while we're not playing, we can tell you about our next match coverage here on CUTV. And you haven't got to wait long to wait for it at all, because it's tomorrow, live from 1:40 p.m. here at the Butts Park Arena, the FA Women's Premier League Cup. Live coverage of Coventry United Ladies versus Haringey Women. So that coverage live here on YouTube, on CUTV from 1:40 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Free kick taken straight to the area, caught easily by Morris, who volleys it away. No one there though, a little bit short for Rankin, and Gould will pick up the pieces. Gould strides forward for a sea of red, stopped eventually by Cox, but finds Nazar. Moves as well to challenge Nazar and win it back. Wint once again loses out in the midfield. He's had a shocker so far, Aaron Wint. Now Dale holds off Wint, plays down the right hand side for Malonga, who'll get there before Hudson. Rob Malonga down line to Simon Alcott. Looks for an option, Malonga's there. Forces down Thompson. Malonga into the area, good challenge made. But Thompson's won it back across the face of goal, and Bryant did well to get the ball away before Nazar could put it in at the far post. Coventry United just don't seem to have found their rhythm in this game. Musa and Wint have both been guilty of some pretty sizable errors. Throwing a deeply defensive position for Quorn. They've got to get themselves out of danger now. has been anything but a convincing display for Coventry United. Dodds. Down the left for Gould. Mather, the Quorn captain at centre-back. Now with Nathan Dale. He's overrun that one. Rankin tries to put down the right for a Poku, and the pass is poor. Into the centre circle now with Callum Thompson. Lovely ball down the right. If Malonga can keep it in. He can't keep it in. He got his hand on the ball to stop him from going into the seats. Luckily for him, it had crossed the line before he did so. Otherwise, it would have been a straight red card. We'll be naming our CUTV Man of the Match. With 10 minutes to go here at the Butts Park Arena, let us know on Twitter and on YouTube who you think should receive the accolade. It can be a player from either Coventry United or Quorn. And the ball is the air by Callum Thompson, straight into the hands of Rich Morris at his near post. To be fair, Coventry United haven't looked themselves today. Their passing rhythm's been all over the place. There's been a lot of indecision. There's been a bit of lazy play. But in all fairness, Quorn haven't offered that much heading forward in the second half. They were a lot better in the first half, but this second half has not been great for them. Opoku forces his way through into the penalty area. Opoku slides in, and now to Rankin for two, and it's blocked by Dodds. And the corner can't be prevented from Mather. But another great opportunity for Coventry United to put this game to bed. They've been far from impressive in this second half. A number of errors in the midfield and promising attacks curtailed by poor passing. That could and should have ended the game as a contest. They will have the corner. Rankin towards Cox, not it towards the near post. Woodward! And it's over the crossbar. Well, half of the Coventry United faithful thought that was going in, and it wasn't a million miles away. And now a change for Quorn. And it's going to be Nazar to come off. And it's Ryan Evans to come on. Well, I'm not too certain why they're not using James Hicks. They're only 1-0 down. So Ryan Evans comes on to replace Nazar up front. They've still got their top scorer in James Hicks on the bench. And they're 1-0 down against the Coventry United side, which do look a little bit vulnerable at the moment. Why aren't they getting their top scorer on? Brennan, down the line for Malonga. Good slide challenge from Lewis Hudson. Brilliant tackle to halt the run of Malonga. And Lewis Hudson barking at the referee, saying that I'd come off Malonga. The referee's assistant just told him to calm down. Trying to be taken by Malonga. Thompson tries to get past Cox. That's not an easy task, and he is dispossessed, but fired forward once again. Cox chests it out of play, and a throw-in now level with the penalty area for Quorn. This is their best spell of pressure for a good while. They need to make it count. Malonga, Evans holds off Craig Reed. Malonga again. Evans is there. Callum Thompson, can he get the ball in? Yes, he can. It's cleared the near post by Jamie Coleman. Opoku making the run. Barges into Dodds. Jake Dodds just able to find Niall Mather and stop the attack for Coventry United. Opoku goes straight into Simon Alcott. He's not going to get it, and now United on the front foot again as they regain possession in the midfield. Reed switches to Jeff Woodward. He's got Rankin forward. Finds Rankin. Overlapped by Woodward. It's into the area now. Jeff Woodward. Crossing opportunity. Opoku's in there. Tries to find Opoku and head over his own goal by Mather. And it will be a corner kick to Coventry United. We'll try and get you a leg to score from the Prague Stadium shortly as Coventry United are about to take this corner. Rankin puts it in. And it's caught by Thacker. Simple catch really for the Quorn shot stopper. Kick straight into the head of Hudson. Coleman. And a foul by Evans on the United centre back. 20 minutes of normal time remaining. And there's been another try, the Ricoh Arena, and Sale are on a bit of a comeback now. It's now 36-28 to Wasps, so a high-scoring affair at the Ricoh Arena to open off the Aviva Premiership season. But what about the Prague Stadium? Well, it's still 0-0 between Chesterfield and Coventry City. Apoku battles well and wins the ball. Wint towards Apoku. It's a little bit too powerful. In fact, it finds Apoku plenty of space on that left-hand side. Can he get the cross in? Lays it off for Hudson. Apoku quickly closed down by Olcott. Apoku to the right now with Woodward. Now it's Aaron Wint parried away, but it's still alive with Wint. Craig Reed turns. Can he shoot? He can! As bobble ahead of Nathan Dale. The best attacking move of the second half by a mile, and still United can't find a way past that Quorn back line. And there's going to be another change for Coventry United as Tommy Glasgow is going to come on, but first, some treatment needed for Aaron Apoku, who himself came on for the injured Mitch Piggin in the first half. And some news to tell you about from the Monza circuit in Italy, as the Formula 1 Italian Grand Prix qualifying has now ended. And I can tell you that I believe, in fact, yes, Max Verstappen is on provisional pole position. They've got the third session underway. But sadly for Verstappen, even if he does get pole position, he's not going to be starting there because he's got an engine penalty. Back to the football now. And it's a corner kick for the Red and Greens of Coventry United. Rankin's on that far side. He swings it in. Thacker comes for it. Doesn't claim for it, but it goes over the head of everyone. Woodward was closest to getting a touch on the ball, but he couldn't make contact. And the referee is not letting Apoku on. Apoku was in a decent position to come onto the pitch and help out Chris Cox. Now he's been allowed onto the pitch now that United have lost the ball. A free kick taken after United committing a foul on a Quorn defender. Gould, long ball down the left-hand side. Hopeful ball for Brennan, but it's nowhere near him, and Barnett puts it out of play for a throw in, ending the immediate danger. But it may have just begun as Quorn were throwing level with the penalty area. Ryan Evans, back to Gould. Now Evans, can he get the cross in? Brennan with an opportunity to strike one. Charged down by Kyle Barnett. 15 minutes of normal time remaining at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 1, Quorn 0 is the current score. We'll name our CUTV man of the match in just 5 minutes time. Let us know on Twitter at CovUnitedTV who you think it should be. A stacked penalty area awaits the corner kick, headed away easy by Aaron Wint. Back into the edge by Dawson, and Barnett this time with a clearance. Apoku beats Dale in the air, but Dawson sends it towards the left hand side, cut out by Woodward. Wint tries the volley forward, scuffs it. But good work from Musa to win it back for United. Coleman to Wint, and once again Aaron Wint with poor passing accuracy. Barnett plays it back to Jeff Woodward. Chris Cox. Back to Woodward. Now Coleman for Coventry United. Sends it down that left-hand side for Hudson. Will he reach it? I think he will. He does. And he puts out a play for a corner kick of the leg of Simon Alcott. The Coventry United still lead by 1-0. And there's a bit of a shock from the world of Formula One. Lewis Hamilton has got the record-breaking pole position. He's now got the most pole positions out of anyone in Formula One, beating Michael Schumacher's long-standing record. But in second place, the Williams of Lance Stroll, a teenage Canadian who's got a lot of, well, he hasn't been doing very well this season, let's just say. Rankin's ball into the area, nodded on by Chris Cox, onto the crossbar, and Poco! That'll do it! Game 3 for Aaron Opoku. Goal 2 for the former Tamworth striker. Cox's header onto the crossbar. It fell currently for Aaron Opoku, and he wasn't going to miss from there. Well, United have been far from their best. But that should be that. And there will be a change for Coventry United. Lewis Rankin replaces Tommy Glasgow. So Coventry United now lead by 2-0. And there's going to be another change, in fact. And it's going to be the number 15 for Quorn to come on, and that is Tawanda Mangandoza. So James Hicks, the top scorer, is staying off. He's not going to make his way onto the pitch today. So Rob Malonga makes his way off the pitch, and coming on, Tawanda Mangandoza. Well, some surprising results from the Italian Grand Prix. As we've said, Lewis Hamilton has got pole ahead of Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon, Valtteri Bottas, Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel. Opoku in the area trying to make it free for Coventry United. Blocked off by the Quorn defence. Reed wants it, but he can't find him. But he lays it off to Chris Cox on the edge of the area, tries to find Reed, and Alcott makes the interception. Quorn trying to make some progress on the right hand side. Alcott, Thompson, Mangandoza doesn't get to the loose ball. It will be a Coventry United throw in front of the Quorn tactical area. Hutton takes the throw. Craig Reed, the return ball goes straight out of play. Miscommunication between Reed and Hudson. Oblong by Alcott, looking for Evans. Volleyed away by Jamie Coleman. Musa nods it on. Cox is being held by Dale. Referee doesn't want to know. They'll try to set the ball with him. He doesn't. Musa to Opoku. Now it's with Tommy Glasgow, who came on for Lewis Rankin a few minutes ago. Wint taking his place on the right hand side of that front three for the red and greens. Glasgow, now Reed. Woodward makes the overlapping run. He's found Jeff Woodward. Reed wants it again, but it's played to Glasgow. Musa, Cox in support, plays it back into the centre circle with Jamie Coleman. Hastily clears, but a lovely ball to the right hand side for Glasgow. Reed on the edge of the area, will he try one? He puts it in for Wint, and a crucial challenge made by Dodds. Mangandoza. Alcott fires that one away. Coleman should bring that under control. He doesn't. He swings at it, scuffs the clearance, and he pulls Brennan to the ground, and Coleman's already been booked. And the referee says that's your last warning. Well, it's now time to name our CUTV man of the match, and today we're going to give it to a man who has quite simply been a rock in that back line, making some crucial tackles, some even crucialer clearances. If it's crucial even a word, I'm not sure, but anyway, today's man of the match is Coventry United's number 5, Kyle Barnett. Morris comes out and catches that free kick. And Rich Morris looking for an option now. Out wide to Jeff Woodward. Glasgow. Woodward, now Glasgow again. Making inroads into the centre of the park. Musa. Quorn, a little bit more of a controlled clearance this time towards Lewis Hudson. Hudson gets on the end of it. It's one of the best efforts of Simon Alcott. And a push from behind on Mangandoza, pushing Lewis Hudson in the back. And it will be a Coventry United free kick. Taken quickly. Reid gets the ball back from Glasgow. Hudson. Musa. Options on the right hand side of the area, but Musa plays it back to Coleman. You're just playing it safe. You're in the last 10 minutes now. Ball into the air for Chris Cox. Forces the left hand corner where he'll keep it for a while. And Mangandoza puts it out of play for a throw to Coventry United. Hudson to Reid. Glasgow in the centre of the pitch. Aaron Wint. Glasgow lobs it towards the right for Jeff Woodward. He'll have a job getting onto that one, but he has done. Down line to Wint. Glasgow. Musa. Across the left-hand side to Lewis Hudson. Hudson was waiting for it, but he didn't go to the ball. Oh, and Terry Anderson, a bit of an incident with Brennan. Brennan trying to get onto the ball after the ball had gone out of play. And Anderson holding onto the ball and then throwing it at Brennan when the striker tried to get it back. Referee trying to calm him down. And a few cross words with the Quorn manager and the referee. The referee giving him another chance though. He's not going to send him to the stands. Coleman. Dawson brings it back for Quorn. Evans. And a slide by Coleman, and Coleman's off. Jamie Coleman's going to be sent off here. He's been warned. And a rather cynical challenge, and a straight red. A straight red card for Coleman. He was going to be off anyway. He was already got a yellow card. That's a straight red card for Jamie Coleman. Well, no doubt about it, it was a foul, it was a card. Whether it was a red, well, that's more of a cloudy situation. Well, Quorn has played his part today. He's done well, but for the last 4 or 5 minutes, United are down to 10 men. They should be able to see this game out. And it's Nathan Dale to whip into the air towards the far post. It goes all the way out. In fact, no, it's been kept in. It looked like it, to me, it had gone out. It's put into the air by Gould. Morris comes for it. Morris drops it, but the referee gives a free kick to Coventry United. It spares the brushes of Rich Morris, who was backed into by Mangandoza. We'll just confirm there has been a red card here at the Butts Park Arena. Jamie Coleman sent off a straight red card. He was booked earlier on in the match and was in fact warned by the referee that he was on his last warning, but a pretty nasty challenge. And I think it was Evans who slid on from behind. No doubt it was a yellow card offence. Was it a red card? I'm not too certain. It was on the fringe of a red, I think. It's the referee's decision, and Coleman is off. United down to 10 men. But if you think about it, he would have been off anyway. Because it was no doubt about it, it was a foul, it was a yellow card, he was on his last warning. Opoku in plenty of space on the left hand side, closed up by Olcott. And he's just going to waste a little bit of time here and play it into the corner rather than go and find that third goal. They've only got a couple of minutes left here at the Butts Park Arena. They're 2-0 up. They've got no reason to go after another one. But a poor pass to Hudson allows Evans to race forward. And Lewis Hudson pulling back on Evans, and it's going to be a yellow card for Lewis Hudson. Bit of hustling and tussling between Evans and Hudson, and it will be a free kick and a yellow card for Lewis Hudson. You can hear the 200 strong crowd here at the Butts Park Arena fully behind Coventry United. Olcott to take the free kick. All hope is not lost for Quorn. They are 2-0 down, but they do know how to score. 8 goals in their last 5 league matches. Ball into the area, easy catch for Morris. And he'll take all the time he can with this distribution. And it's still 0-0 at the Proact Stadium between Coventry City and Chesterfield. They're into added time there, 6 added minutes at the Proact Stadium in League 2. So it's goalless there. Wasps, at the last time of checking, it was still Wasps in front against Sale, although it was pretty close. Sale coming back into the match. Here at the Butts Park Arena, United pretty comfortable with 2-0 up. They are down to 10 men thanks to Jamie Coleman's late red card, so he will be missing a match eventually. The ball goes out of play for a goal kick to Coventry United. Under a long ball down the right hand side. Mangandoza couldn't get onto it. And there has been another try at the Ricoh Arena. Wasps now lead by 41 points to 28. So it should be a victory on the opening day of the Aviva Premiership season for Wasps at home to Sale Sharks. Conversion still to come on that one. But Wasps lead by 41 points to 28 at home to Sale Sharks. So as it stands, the 3 major teams in Coventry-based sport, in City, Wasps and United, avoiding defeat, 2 of them winning, 1 drawing 0-0. Morris clears his lines. Opoku gets on the end of it. Maver goes down injured, and United aren't happy because they are on the attack. There was 2 versus 2. But Maver's gone down, and Maver is having a right old go at the referee, saying that Opoku had done something. And it will be a drop ball situation. There was no free kick given. And we are now at the end of normal time. So anything after this is added time. Referee checks his watch. And there probably won't be a lot of it. In fact, he's got his whistle in his hand, so this could actually be it. And indeed that is it. Well, it wasn't Coventry United at their very best, but it is 3 points and another victory and another clean sheet for Coventry United. Mitch Piggin, who was later taken off with injury, opening and scoring in the first half, and Aaron Opoku standing home into an empty net in the second half. This was not Coventry United at their very best. We've seen them play better than this. They can play better than this, and if anything, it looked like they weren't putting their foot to the gas. They have got a match on Tuesday they have to consider, but it's enough to see them over the line. It's another defeat for Quorn. It's another victory for Coventry United. The full-time score here at the Butts Park Arena is Coventry United 2, Quorn 0. And that will do us here on CUTV. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon from 1:40 p.m. for live coverage of the FA Women's Premier League Cup match between Haringey Women and Coventry United right here at the Butts Park Arena. Do not miss it. We will see you there. Until then, I've been Liam Cook. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow.